when Ragnarok Ascended came out for ARK Survival Ascended, a lot of us noticed that they added some new creatures to the map that weren't on Ragnarok on ASE, such as the Karkinos, the Shinehorn, and the Featherlight, which is awesome. Who doesn't like farming with a Karkinos? Dual-wielding Ankies or Doeds, or any other farming creature that you can actually pick up and carry with a Karkinos. Awesome. Glad to have it. Shinehorns, Featherlights, adorable little light pets. Everybody likes them. The drawback is none of the taming food for Featherlights or Shinehorns were on the map. So you could see them, but you couldn't tame them. Shinehorns could have babies, so you could forcefully adopt the offspring by orphaning it. But Featherlights, being flyers, I don't think you can get wild babies out of them. So you could get all the Shinehorns you wanted from stealing babies or forcefully adopting babies, but you couldn't do anything with the Featherlight. And you could tame Karkinos either with the legit method by using a cannon to knock them out, or again, forcefully adopting their babies. I don't know about most of you guys. I hate taming Karkinos. It's a pain in the butt tame, trying to get them into a trap, trying to get them positioned correctly, trying to make sure the cannonball hits them in the right spot and doesn't do excessive damage. Absolutely horrible. Ever since we've been able to just gank a baby, that's been my preferred way of getting Karkinos. But Karkinos Saddle requires fungal wood. Not any type of wood. It has to be fungal wood. I think you could use the Abberation specific or the Extinction specific variant, the corrupted wood, but even that's not on the map. So you were limited, and you needed blue gems. So you can find blue gems in this cave right here, and this is one of just a few entrances. This entrance is at roughly 30-35. If you come to 30-35, you will see this cave. I am currently at 30.2, 34.9. And there's a couple nodes in there. If you're going to use an Anki, now with the update on the auto harvesting, make sure you have that turned off. If you swing at a blue gem node with an Anki set to harvest metal, you're not going to get anything. And the only thing that's really in this cave is dire bears, maybe polar bears, and Kairuku, the little penguins. You've got your blue gems to make your Karkinos saddle. You still need fungal wood. Well, I looked all over the map trying to find fungal wood. And the only place I was able to find it is here in the swamp. And not only am I going to show you where in the swamp to find it, I am going to show you what trees to look for. What specific trees will give you fungal wood versus normal wood. That way, you can be on the ball and not waste a bunch of your weight stat on picking up normal wood when you just came for fungal wood. Now, there's a fair amount of it over in that part of the swamp, directly what the camera's looking at, over there in the little islands. But right now, there's a rhino over there, and I don't feel like playing with a rhino. Somebody might want to tame it. As far as I know, it's the only rhino on the map. It's the only one I've seen so far. So we're going to come over here where it's a little bit safer. And there's also 2 different trees over here to be able to harvest. I've only found one of them over there. I'm going to break out my trusty Therizinosaur, my tickle chicken, my jazz hands. We're going to turn him off hitching because he was a breeder. And the green glow you see is from the spring drakeling. What you're looking for is these trees that have the moss hanging from them. There's 2 different types. You've got these little spindly guys, which still give a fair amount. I got 67 fungal wood out of it. I also got the mushrooms required to tame the Featherlight and the Shinehorn. Those are the only two mushrooms that are on the map, and there's another 46 fungal wood. I got a little bit of normal wood from that tree as well. Actually, I got more normal wood than I did fungal wood. The other tree you're looking for is this one. Again, you'll notice the moss hanging from the branches. And give it a smack, and that was 69 fungal wood. Nice. And we got another one over here. And as you see, if you look around it, it's got green down on the trunk, closest to the base, and you got the little patches of moss hanging from it. I'll pan the camera around a little bit so you can actually see it a little bit better. And schmack, 76 fungal wood. And mushrooms. So now you know how to get the taming food for the Shinehorn, for the Featherlight. As you see, there's the Agravic mushroom. There's the ARK mushroom. It's got some rare mushrooms from those trees as well. And there's your fungal wood. We'll grab all of that. And we'll drop this because I can get normal wood and thatch anywhere. We're not going to play with the levels on the theory right now because I don't really care. And I will show you where to find Karkinos and light pets. Again, only the Featherlight and the Shinehorn are on the map, at least as far as I am aware. If you've seen a bulb dog or a glowtail, awesome. Let me know in the comments. Unfortunately, I believe these are the specific mushrooms for taming the Shinehorn and Featherlight and cannot be used to tame the other two light pets. We're going to have kind of a little flight to get to what I consider the easiest place to find crabs. You can also find them if you go through the Pearl Cave in Viking Bay. If you go all the way through there, both directions towards the deep waterfall, you'll find a couple Karkinos down in the water. And if you go the other direction into the Carnivorous Cave, I believe it's called. I always just call it the Swamp Cave because it's the cave over by the Castle Swamp. You can also call it the Castle Cave. Whatever. And the cave that has the blue gems in it has multiple entrances. You can get to it if you go into the cave that we all farm for drops that leads to the Ice Queen. There's a way to get up into the upper cave. And there's like 4 or 5 entrances into the upper cave scattered around the mountain. I showed the easiest to remember coordinates and what I find to be the easiest to find entrance. You might have your own entrance that you know off the top of your head, but that's the one that's easiest for me. There's blue gems right there at the entrance, so makes it really easy. You don't even have to go very deep to get blue gems, because unless you're making an Ascendant saddle from a blueprint, you probably don't need a whole lot. But the cave we're looking for, or the area we're looking for the Karkinos, lies directly ahead of me. As you see from the slightly triangular entrance of that cave, that's where we're going. Every time I've went in this cave, I have found 2 Karkinos. I've never seen a baby in there, but you can easily lure with a little bit of luck, you can lure those Karkinos out and tame them if you want to go about that way. Otherwise, you can potentially get a baby in this cave. I've never seen one in this cave, but maybe I'm just unlucky. Also, if you have a creature that can easily kill Karkinos, this is a really good source of pearls without having to deal with the Europterids. Because as we all know, the Pearl Cave on Ragnarok has absolute ridiculous amount of pearls. But there's a bunch of Europterids, little sea scorpions, that will knock you out, scattered around in Viking Bay. But we're just going to fly in here. I'm going to show you where these Karkinos are. And with some effort, you could probably kite them out and around the side of the island here and get them into a trap. Otherwise, you could probably set up a trap right here at this where I'm going to land. Looks to be enough room. And you've got some smooth landing here. And as you see, there's a couple of Karkinos. So you come get Karkinos here. There's also some polyplant, some crystal, and there's a bunch of pearls down in the water. But next up, we're going to fly over to where you can get Shinehorns and Featherlights. Bear in mind, I've seen Shinehorns here most of the times I've been here, but I have not seen Featherlights every single time. I've seen them a few times, but not every single time. And I'm not great at finding this, so I'm probably going to cut and we'll come back. Yeah, if you're looking for Shinehorns and Featherlights, the best place I have found, and they might be elsewhere, but where I normally go to get them, is here at the Patron Cave. If you're not familiar with the story for this, the original developers of Ragnarok had originally made a map called Valhalla. And with the success of Valhalla, they decided they were going to make another map. And they sought crowdfunding to actually help with it. So, when they made the map, they made the Patreon Cave. And they filled it up with names of everybody who had helped with making the map. And there's, I think, 4 of these rooms. And now there's a bunch of content creator names in here too. But what we're here for is these cute little guys. And I used the wrong mushroom. So you want to use the Agrivic mushroom on Shinehorns and the Auric mushroom on Featherlights. I don't know if there's a Featherlight in here at the moment, but there's at least a Shinehorn. So I'm going to go ahead and grab this little cutie, and we'll take him home. I'm sure somebody in my tribe would be grateful to have a free Shinehorn. Oh, speaking of Featherlights, let's get a Featherlight. Well, you put the Auric one on, and you walk up, and you feed it. Oh, that's a high level. It's a 135. So we're going to grab that. And do bear in mind, inside this cave, you will also find Compies, Beelzebuffu, and I have found Carnotaurus in here. So make sure to bring some kind of weapon to keep yourself safe. I swear to God, if you land up there, I'm going to be more than annoyed. Get down here. I can't feed you if you're up there. Come down here. It's not even tamed, it's already listening to commands. Look at that. If you found this video informative, helpful, educational, entertaining, or whatever, consider dropping a like and subscribing for more content like this. We'll try to do a lot more educational, informational videos like this, and who knows, maybe make you laugh. I live stream almost every single day from 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time to 8, 9 p.m., whenever it kind of wraps up. I do play on a community server with my tribe and viewers. If you'd like to get on a free ARK server, consider joining our Discord for all the details and how to join. You get me killed, aren't you? Okay, so we have a Featherlight. Yay, Featherlight, and this is the wrong way.